What's going on, everyone?
It's good.
This is the Preacher Man with my son over here, Jaiden, aka
J Boogie.
J Boogie.
I can't do that dance now.
Yeah, in my other videos, he will do like this, J Boogie. So here we are. Today is May the 5th, 2018, and what you're about to check out is our spoilers review of
Infinity War.
Wow, you see that? With no enthusiasm. You know why? Because I told him, I said, listen, Jaiden, we have to make this video. And he was like, but Dad, I'm tired, and you look at my hair, and I just don't feel like doing it. And now you see he has that pillow, covering his chest because he didn't want to show off his skin. And I said, look, I got my shirt on. I'm giving you a few minutes to go put a shirt on, but he doesn't want to do that. But it is what it is, We're doing it raw. See, you see my hair? I should shave, but forget all that.
You get old, so I'm starting to see that gray hair.
Yeah, you're starting to see some, this shows experience.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into the review. So, if you haven't seen the movie,
I was still
laughing
at what you just said.
All right, well, that amuses you?
It's funny.
So, anyway, if you haven't seen the movie, why are you watching this? Look, please do not watch this because
if you like spoilers.
If you just don't care, feel free, but I highly recommend that you don't. All right, there's so much to cover. This video might be a little long, so
make it short.
But we're gonna be all over the place. This is spoilers. All right, you have been warned. Loki dies, man.
In the very beginning.
I did, for real. I did not expect that.
Me neither. I thought he was just gonna. Cause like when you saw him pulling out the dagger behind his back,
yeah,
I'm thinking that he's gonna probably get very injured. I didn't know he was gonna die right after.
And another thing too, this video is gonna contain spoilers from other movies because we saw all of the Marvel Cinematic movies leading up to this point. So we're gonna, bring up some other parts to go with this video. I did not know until a colleague of mine from my job told me that at the end of Thor Ragnarok, that end credit scene remember when Loki and Thor was in that ship and then there was this big ship? Remember?
Yeah, that was Thanos' ship.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. How did you know that?
Because it looked like, who else gonna be in space?
That's true, but at that moment, I did not know. I'm just saying I did not know that was Thanos' ship. And then at the beginning of the movie, Thanos just wiped out
the whole entire Asgardian.
Most of the Asgardians, except for that, I forgot the name of the guy. He's the
keeper.
He's the keeper. He's the one that guards the entrance of Asgard
with the big long sword.
With the big long sword. And Thanos took him out. But before he took him out, Loki was, what did he say to Thanos? We have a Hulk. And then the Hulk came out. But the Hulk got thrashed.
Yeah.
Thrashed.
Hulk is way stronger than we think. But, they just made him weak in that scene.
I think he was underpowered. Because, look, Hulk takes some hits and then he gets angry, and the more he gets angrier, the stronger he gets.
Yeah, and he was getting punched around. He didn't get angry once.
Maybe because Thanos was just too strong.
But
Thanos was like, he was hitting him with some, boom, boom, some accurate shots to certain parts of Hulk's body, and that was it. And then he picked up the Hulk and slammed him. Even you said, Daddy, that happened? Remember? I was like, yeah, that happened. I was surprised that happened. But then the gatekeeper from Asgard
sent Hulk
to Earth, and then Thanos said to that guy, you made a mistake, and then he killed him. And then Loki was about to kill Thanos, but then Thanos grabbed him by his neck and then just broke his neck in front of Thor. I mean, that was rough. Now, what else? We got a lot to cover. After that,
Who else
they go
died
to
in the beginning?
Hulk. His body is being, flown to Earth right into Doctor Strange's house.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Strange never saw the Hulk before.
So he's like, who the heck is this green boy?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever.
And then he tells him about Thanos, and then I guess he tells him about Tony Stark, because Doctor Strange appeared before Tony Stark, and then took Tony Stark back to the mansion, and then that's when the Black Order, that was Thanos' crew, came to New York City.
That magician guy was crazy. He was the most powerful out of all of them.
I don't know the name of that. To me, he was the best one. He's the skinny guy, the skinny alien.
With the Squidward nose.
Yeah, even, what's his name? Tony Stark made a comment about him. He said, oh, yeah, hey, something Squidward to him, because he did look like Squidward from SpongeBob. But he was very powerful.
Yeah, he was powerful. I'm surprised he wrecked Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and
I mean, Doctor Strange to me is trash, but...
Excuse me, Doctor Strange is one of the most powerful characters.
No, he's not. He's
Yes,
trash.
he is.
Thor is better than...
Better. I mean, I'm talking about in power. Now, Doctor Strange could just send Thor to another dimension, and then
without that power, he isn't... Thor can easily kill Doctor Strange.
That's debatable.
Oh.
That's debatable.
That's debatable.
Yeah, that's debatable. But let's get back to the movie. What was it with the Hulk that did not want to come out? Because
No, look. Remember in Thor Ragnarok, where he was Hulk for 2 years?
Yeah, he was Hulk, yes.
And then he got transformed, and he said if he goes back to Hulk, he cannot go back.
Right, but...
The Hulk, I guess Hulk didn't want to come out that time. I don't know why he didn't want to come out.
Well, you know what? I was checking out a video review on YouTube, and this YouTuber made an excellent observation. The Hulk, he got beat down by Thanos. And throughout the whole Infinity War movie, every time Bruce Banner was trying to get the Hulk out, the Hulk kept saying what? No! You know why? Because I think he was scared of Thanos. I think that he did not want to face another beatdown like that. Because think about it, every time he was like, oh, come on, and he was like, no, right?
He didn't say no.
He did. So a couple of times he did say no, like as if he doesn't want to come out. And I think that he was afraid. He was, that's just an observation, but it's a possibility, because throughout the whole movie, the Hulk wasn't there. Only in the beginning of Infinity War, that's when you saw the Hulk. And I think it was a letdown for a lot of Hulk fans.
It was. Especially me. And you.
Yeah, because...
We want to see Hulk, but he's only in this Iron Man suit. Like, what?
And the funny thing is that the first trailer for Infinity War, at the end of the trailer, you see the Hulk, Black Panther, White Wolf, Captain America, all of them running in the battlefield.
Oh.
Hulk was in the back with Falcon and War Machine.
Oh, yeah.
So when you see the movie, you're expecting that scene, but that scene never happened.
I clickbaited.
You know? And there are other scenes in the movie that when you watch the movie, you're going to say to yourself, whoa, the trailer showed this scene, but it's not in the movie. And that's one of them. So you can't, I think it was a good job by the director to put out a trailer like that, so that at least we go into the movie with some surprises. So after that, what else? Guardians of the Galaxy. When their part appeared in the movie, you felt like as if you was watching Guardians of the Galaxy. They had the music going and stuff like that. So I like the fact that the director
made them have their own part.
Exactly. He honored these different other franchises, these other groups in the MCU. And man, I'm going to be all over the place. The ending was very depressing.
Very.
Because many heroes died in this. I mean,
we're talking about almost over 20, at least.
A lot of heroes died because, look, the whole thing about Infinity War is that Thanos wanted to get all of the Infinity Stones. And if he gets them all, which he did, I was surprised he got them all in this
exactly.
movie.
We in the trailer, he only has 2, and we're thinking, he's only gonna probably have 2 or 3. We ain't thinking, he's gonna have the whole entire set.
Right.
Like,
and before that, remember when Gamora told Tony Stark that if he gets all of the stones, all he has to do is snap his fingers like this?
No, that was in the trailer.
Oh, that was in the trailer.
It seem like that. She was talking to Thor.
She was talking to Thor, and she made that remark.
Yeah.
That all he has to do with all the stones
is snap his fingers. But then they did like a little edit thing in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking, and then they put out Iron Man's part where he said, "Give me his name again."
Right, and then he said Thanos.
That's what I was thinking of. Like when she was talking, I'm like, "Oh, Iron Man's gonna be there," but nope, he wasn't.
Yeah, so that's another thing that they did with the trailer and then with the actual movie. But
it seemed cool though.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. But he did get all the stones, and when he got all the stones, Thor, forgive me guys, I'm going all over the place. I'm just going to rewind it back a little bit. Thor did not have his hammer because of the fact that Hela destroyed his hammer in Thor Ragnarok. And he met some blacksmith, the guy from Game of Thrones. I forgot his name, the short guy from Game of Thrones. But he was a giant in the movie.
Oh, I was about to say, short guy.
You know, that little short guy from Game of Thrones? You never saw the show?
No.
I never saw the show. But he's very popular. But anyway, he's a giant, some kind of mythical giant blacksmith who was able to not reconstruct, but make a brand new hammer. But it was
It's not a hammer. It's an axe.
It was an axe. Okay, it was an axe. And Groot completed the axe by using his tree, whatever.
Vines.
His vines.
Come on.
Whatever. And then he formed the stick part of it. And the blacksmith called it Stormbreaker. Now let me tell you, Thor did his thing.
I think Thor had his. I think Thor had the best part of the action scenes.
He had the best action scene because towards the end, when they were all fighting Thanos'
comes
armies,
up out of nowhere,
and then all you see is the hammer spinning
and lightning everywhere.
And then when he grabbed the hammer, and then he came down from the sky, his
all
eyes,
that lightning. Oh my!
And then he just hit the ground. The whole area
turned like.
Was filled with lightning, and it struck all of the enemies. It was a fantastic scene. Thor was awesome. I mean, he was awesome in Thor Ragnarok. We thought that he doesn't even need the hammer anymore in Thor Ragnarok, but with the hammer,
he's unstoppable, honestly.
And he was so close to killing Thanos. I mean, he
was the closest one to actually killing Thanos. He hit him in the chest, but if he went for the head, done deal. Right. Thanos would have been dead. Because let's just say Thor injures him to the max where he can't get up again, right? Thanos could easily go back in time and just, do another method.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, but that's the thing. He was so close. After he struck Thanos with his hammer.
In the
chest, Thanos just looked at him and he said, "You should have aimed for the head." And then he snapped his fingers. And then that is when the depressing scenes came, when I think it was White Wolf, a.k.a. Winter Soldier, who walked up to Steve and said, "Steve,
I don't feel good.
I don't feel good." And then he just turned into ashes.
He was the first one to die, right?
Yeah, he was the first one. Because that was the shock. Because we didn't expect that. And then all other heroes started to turn into ash. Black Panther, out of the blue, in front of that, I think it was his main guard.
Yeah,
the lady, the black lady with the bald head.
Yo, like, what I don't get is he just had his movie about 2-3 months ago at least. Right. That's what I think.
Right. And then he dies.
And he just dies. I mean, like.
Well, I read the comics, and the comics is no joke. Thanos just took out all of the heroes from Earth, like that.
Pause. Let's go into Vision.
Yeah, Vision got messed up.
Vision was the most brutal death out of anybody.
Yeah, Vision was no joke. When Thanos, see, the thing is, what's her name?
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch told Vision, kill me. You know, to destroy the stone. I think it was the Mind Stone. And then what happened? She managed to destroy it, but then Thanos has the Time Stone and reverse time, and then just pull that thing from his head and just toss Vision like a toy to the ground.
I mean, other than that, I mean, that was brutal. But that was brutal. Was just getting stabbed all over the movie.
Yeah, you know, I wish Vision was underpowered too. I think, but I think a
lot of the heroes are underpowered, like Black Panther, and you know that.
I mean, Black Panther did his thing in his movie. I wish they would have shown more of that in this movie. He had a few scenes, but they were very few. They were very, very few, and they were very quick because the director wanted to shine some light on the other heroes. It was a lot of heroes.
I mean, Black Widow had a good part too. With Scarlet Witch. What's this called?
No, it was the lady, the black bald-headed lady from Black Panther. I forgot her name, but she's awesome with that spear from that movie, and she had a good scene with Black Widow. There's so many blacks. Sorry, got the black lady with the bald head. Got Black Panther, and then she got Black Widow or whoever. Anyway, that was a pretty cool scene. It could have been longer, but it was cool. Thor had the best scene. Captain America, when he held
oh my god
Thanos' hand. Even Thanos was like, "You serious? You actually holding back my hand?" And then he was like, "Forget that," and just punched him. You know, I thought he killed him when he punched him because it looked like he twisted his head like that.
Yeah.
You know.
But
Spider-Man, when Spider-Man died in the arms of Tony Stark, I for real, I felt emotional.
I honestly wanted to cry. I mean,
he turned to me.
Not my favorite hero, but it was the most emotional death because it's like a real life crisis if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Because like, let's just say a kid is talking to the mom or dad, and they're about to go through their last heartbeat, right? And the kid is like, "Oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to die right now. I don't feel like dying." And that's how Spider-Man was in the movie, and that's how emotional it was.
Yeah. And even you, when we was watching it, Jaiden was sitting right next to me. He turned to me and he said, "Daddy, I feel like crying." I mean, he wasn't playing. He was like serious, and I felt deep down like I might shed a tear because of the way he died. The others died like they just turned into ash.
Yeah.
You know, Groot's death was emotional too because Rocket was saying to Groot, "No, not you, not you." He was like reaching out to Groot. That was emotional too because they had a very strong connection, a relationship, you know, throughout the other Guardian movies. So that was emotional. But Spider-Man, he died in the arms of Tony Stark, and he was like, "I don't want to die. I don't want to die." That.
And he was only a kid. He was only 14 like me, so I mean, like, it's crazy.
That scene made it so relatable for us. Like, oh wow, that's no joke, you know. And then at the end, you see.
And I mean, but Spider-Man was fighting off because of his healing.
What?
Because you know Spider-Man heals really fast.
Okay.
He was fighting it off because you know how other people just turn to ash immediately. He was turning to ash slowly. You saw that, right?
Okay, but I think that he was. I know what you're saying, but I don't think that his healing ability has something to do with it. I think that the director didn't want him to turn to ash right away because he wanted the scene to really hit us. You see what I'm saying? The others just turn into ash, but Groot's scene was similar to Spider-Man because he didn't turn into Ash right away like that. He was slowly turning into Ash so that we can see the reaction of Rocket, just like the reaction of Tony Stark. Because Tony Stark, he was holding
like, I got
him.
You, kid. He was like, I got you, kid.
Yo.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
and then at the end, you see Thanos just sitting somewhere. A lot of people think that he is in the Soul Gem because one of the gems he has is the Soul Gem.
Yes, it's the Soul Gem. And see Gamora. By the way, Gamora.
Yeah, he killed Gamora to get the Soul Gem.
I mean, he could have killed who?
But he was in. Oh, we forgot to mention about Thanos. Thanos is the best villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Why is you lying for it? No, I'm joking.
He is. He's the best villain. It's not like he was just evil just to be evil. I mean, he did a lot of evil stuff.
But he did care for Gamora. He did not want to kill her, but then again, he did. Because he told Gamora, well, while he was crying, he said to Gamora, he said, I had one job before, and I ignored it. But this time, I'm not going to ignore it. So he had to kill her just to complete his goal.
Right. And then later on, he did see Gamora.
And she was like,
when she was young. Mm-hmm.
And that's when he snapped his finger. She was like, did you do it? He was like, yeah. And then she said, was it for everything? No.
No, she said, was it worth it? What was the cost? Something like that.
Yeah, and then Thanos said everything.
Yeah. And that
he didn't even feel happy when he did it, though. If you really looked at it, he did not look happy.
No, he was like sitting there looking at the sunrise because he did say early in the movie that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to
look at the sunrise peacefully,
and that's how the movie ended. And then we got a few more minutes. We're gonna wrap this video up. We got to talk about the end credit scene.
21 minutes.
Yeah, see how time flies when you're having fun. So, in the end credit scene, you see Nick Fury.
And I forgot her name.
I keep forgetting her.
But she's cool though.
She's the lady from Who Met Your Mother? That show.
Yeah,
that's her.
Robin.
What's the name of the
Robin?
What's the name of the show?
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. That lady, the white lady. I forgot her name. Sorry.
She's Robin. Yeah, it's Robin.
Well, they was about to. She turned into Ash.
Automatic.
But before she turned into Ash, Nick Fury started noticing, like I think there was a car in front of them.
Yeah, and then it
crashed, and then they realized there was no driver, and then there was a plane that crashed into a building, and then she turned into Ash, and then
Nick Fury was like, "Oh yeah, we're dying right now," and then Nick Fury was calling Captain Marvel.
He got on his phone, and right before he turned into Ash, he died. And then the phone dropped on the floor, and then it says sending, and it shows the symbol of Captain Marvel, which I'm hearing she's one of the most powerful superheroes in the Marvel universe.
Thor can kill her. Thor is more powerful than her. Thor is more powerful than her.
You talking out of ignorance, my little son, because of the fact that you are not aware of these other powerful beings in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And she is very powerful. Can she beat Thor? I don't know. I mean, right now, Thor is no joke.
With that axe, he's unstoppable.
Stormbreaker.
He can cast lightning out of nowhere. He don't even need his hammer to cast lightning.
You know what? Remember the scene in the trailer?
Yeah.
When he raised his hand?
It wasn't in there.
It wasn't in there. It wasn't in there. And that was an awesome scene. When he did that, the lightning, I guess it came from his hand or maybe the lightning landed. He just raised his hand and Groot was there watching him doing that. And he was like, wow, he really did that? Wow. So cool. So, all right, guys, there's some other things we're missing, but it's almost 25 minutes, so we're going to wrap this video up.
Yeah, I'm trying to go play Fortnite, Fortnite grind.
How old are you right now?
Fortnite,
How old are you? You're 14. You're 14 years old. The reason why I'm bringing up his age is because I have all my YouTube videos on YouTube, as you know. And I was telling him, let's make this video so that when he becomes 18, he could look back at this and say, whoa, look at my hair. My hair was like that. I showed him a video of him back in 2010, and he was like, whoa, my voice sounded like that, and I was looking like that, and I said, yeah, you changing, you growing.
Yeah, big boy over here. You already know. Got the muscles. I almost broke my arm a few days ago, so I'm not gonna flex.
You ain't break your arm. You hurt your arm.
Almost broke it.
Right, but it's not broken. You would be in a cast if it was broken.
I just said it's almost broken, or I almost broke it, or whatever. Molly already knows that I hurt it really bad. So
okay. All right, y'all. This is the Preacher Man with my son, a.k.a. J Boogie. We're about to sign out. He's about to go play some Fortnite.
And use a 10 or a 25. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wants to try to convince me to give him some currency, some money, so that he can continue playing his game with these additional downloadable content and... All right, y'all. May the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all and your families. And in his glorious name, as always, we say amen.
Peace.
Peace.